What's up, everyone? Tony from the Cold Case Project back again. And today we got something special for you. We have our Unsolved in 5 series starting. Unsolved in 5 is going to be the same case coverage that I've been doing before, focusing on each and every case, straight down to the point. Still the same details, still the same coverage, just a little more precise and a little less winded than it had been. So, today we're going to be discussing the disappearance of Susan Cappel. She is a young woman who vanished in 1982, and with very little info, very little details coming out other than a mysterious person picking her up one day, never being seen again. So let's get started.
Check out our blog on Medium and other YouTube channels for more content.
Susan Wolff Cappel, a 19-year-old honor student, was on the path to a bright future when her life took a tragic turn. On March 16 of 1982, Susan left her job at Thompson's IGA in Newcomerstown, Ohio, never to be seen again. This is the story of Susan's life and baffling mysteries surrounding her disappearance. Born on March 30th of 1962 in Coshocton, Ohio, to loving parents Judith and James Wolff, Susan grew up in a close-knit village of Newcomerstown, located 85 miles northeast of Columbus. She was a creative and cheerful child who enjoyed outdoor play as well as art. Susan's parents were deeply involved in their children's lives, creating a nurturing environment for her as well as her siblings. As an honors student, Susan focused her studies on business office education, aiming to work in a comfortable office environment after graduation. She also excelled as a skilled majorette, earning a license from the University of Twirling Association, teaching baton twirling at Bev's dance studio in Dover. Her life seemed promising. However, 7 months after giving birth to her baby boy, Susan's marriage to Alan Cappel hit a rocky road. Allegations of abuse, physically and verbally, as well as a stained home life, led Susan to move back in with her parents in January of 1982, at only 19 years old. She was determined to start anew, and even began working 2 jobs, one in the deli department at Thompson's IGA, and another in the medical records department at Timken Mercy Medical Center in Canton. One evening, Susan went out with friends to a local bowling alley, but Alan took their son away from her, worsening their custody dispute. Alan filed for divorce and full custody of their child. Sue filed a counterclaim to regain custody. The turning point came when Susan received exciting news from her lawyer regarding the custody hearing. That evening, she began repainting her child's bedroom in the anticipation of her son soon joining her. However, Susan never made it back home. When she didn't arrive at 9:15 p.m., her parents grew concerned and rushed to IGA. They found Susan's car, but no sign of their daughter. Co-worker Teresa Shepard was also the only one who saw something unusual that night. Susan got into a blue car and exchanged words with the driver before they drove off. Panicked, the Wolffs reported their daughter missing to the Newcomerstown Police Department. The investigation left many questions unanswered, and some believed Susan might have run away. Friends and family, however, were baffled, as Susan had left her purse, ID, money, and makeup behind. The custody battle intensified with temporary custody granted to Allen. The Wolffs plastered flyers across the area, hoping for leads, but the investigation seemed to have stalled. Internal issues between law enforcement officials, mismanaged leads, and mishandled evidence added to the frustration. Despite changing her appearance with a new perm and a possible sighting behind a realtor's building, the case remained unsolved. 2 years, mind you, after her disappearance, Sue was declared legally dead, but her family continued to search for answers. In 2003, Cappel passed away in a tragic accident. The Wolff family still believes he had information about Sue's disappearance, which remains a mystery. Over years, the case received sporadic attention with renewed efforts and investigators. However, no concrete leads emerged from there. Now, almost some 41 years, Susan Wolff Cappel's disappearance remains a haunting mystery. Her parents, Jim and Judy Wolff, have dedicated their lives to finding answers, enduring countless disappointments and false leads. They continue to hope that someone will come forward with the key to solving the mystery. Susan Diane Wolff Cappel's disappearance is a perplexing and frustrating case that highlights the mishandling of crucial evidence in the early days of an investigation. Despite suspicions surrounding her estranged husband, Alan Cappel, and other potential leads, there is no concrete evidence to support any theory. The disappearance of Susan Wolff Cappel remains open, unsolved, and heartbreaking chapter to the small village of Newcomers Town, not to mention the state of Ohio. If you have any information on the disappearance of Susan Wolff Cappel, please contact local authorities at 330-339-2000. That number, once again, is 330-339-2000. Or the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation at 740-845-1849.
What's your thoughts on what happened to Susan Cappel? Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. With all that said, I want to thank you all for tuning in to this episode of Unsolved in 5. If you enjoy the content we share here at the Cold Case Project, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification and make sure that you catch each and every one of our future uploads as well, too. Alright. Additional content you can look right down below, as well as a bibliography for additional details into the disappearance of Susan Cappel. And as always, thanks for tuning in. Stay cold.